It's Tuesday, And you know what that means. It's time for the latest epic adventure in customizing for Tiny Meng Tuesdays. As always, I'm one of your hosts, Diamond Dave Wheeler, aka Dave Wonder, aka Dave Wheeler, aka that dude with the beanie who apparently eats a lot of cake and zingers. With me, as always, is my faithful fellow host, the Madman of Minneapolis, New Money Matt Lind. What's up, Matt?
Howdy, howdy.
And joining us as our awesome third man is the return of your King Ginger. What's up, King?
Hello.
Apparently, my voice has decided to leave me. So we'll see how it goes tonight. That's fun. Uh, I haven't been talking much, so. But yeah, welcome everybody in the chat. It's popping off in there. What's up, Juan, Logue, Shakes, Quintillion, Stan, Panther, Shav, Mixie. What's up, Tacos? Where was Tacos? I missed the
I do
tacos.
like tacos.
I mean, I'm down. Mixie says Ginger rules the world. So real quick, because it
new
was
ginger
your-
water.
Lime ginger.
lime ginger. Oh, you
Yes.
fancy. I have my Jug O lemon water. Has no fancy flavoring. Oh, you said it was Tuesday. It is Tuesday. What up, Rum Hambles? How's it going?
All day long.
What up, Brio? Great moments in voice timing. Dave's voice starts to crap out on live stream 2 out of a possible 5 in the week. True. But real quick, I'm going to get this out of the way because I did it so late in the episode last time. I would like to thank the Source Comics and Games. The Source Comics and Games is your number one stop shop for all your tabletop gaming needs here in the metro area. Please feel free to check out their website, the Source Comics or sourcecomicsandgames.com, or if you're in the metro area here in Minnesota, you can check them out over in Roseville, Minnesota, right off of Snelling. Make sure to tell them that the Tiny Meng sent you, or ask for Gene. He's our homeboy. Once again, I'd like to thank the Source Comics and Games for sponsoring Tiny Meng Tuesdays. It's always appreciated. So yeah, wahoo! Got that out of the way early. Oh shit! I was like, Matt's gone.
That's right. No, because I just had a really great success with it.
Oh yeah,
Available at the source.
nice Army Painter Primer.
Yes, because I painted like 6 different kinds of plastic with it
Nice.
this afternoon, evening, whatever, and everything dried.
Nice.
And it looks good. So that's somebody painting a bunch of stuff.
Very cool. What up? Oh, there you go, Josh. Chaos. Hey, fellas. Hope all is well. Real quick, King, what are you working on this fine evening?
I don't know. Just kind of fiddling and diddling.
What you got there?
I got like a mind flare style
Ooh.
head that I'm gonna. I had some parts to put together, but I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this head first.
Right on.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you, King. I'm laughing at Adam's comment of push that love up against the source wall and get you that sweet comics action.
Oh, wow.
That was aggressive.
All kinds.
Panther didn't turn into an AMA. You just got to stay tuned. As you know, my streams go everywhere. What up, Boo Cat? How's it going? What are you working on tonight, Matt? I know you said that you got a bunch of random stuff.
If longtime viewers probably won't remember, but may, that I was doing some customs as a repayment for a friend of mine.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Of some various, figures that are important to him. And I am finally, much belatedly, working on those.
What's up,
So
buddy?
I've got a Thoreau that's I'm gonna do a bunch of work on. I'm working on a Hunter S. Thompson. I have Johnny Appleseed.
You know,
I know he doesn't watch the show, and also looked like he was out eating Japanese food, so won't notice. But I am including as a bonus because I feel so bad about how long this took. My lazy bastard custom Matt Berry
nice.
action figure. So
That's awesome. What's up, Ray? How's it going, Mixie? What up, Chaos? Shake says Hunter. He wants Hunter. Right on. I am actually working on trying to finish up. Well, finish up is a rough term. So I made progress on my turtle display, but I am actually going to be working on this piece tonight. Which, hello, Stormy. Do you want to say hello real quick? Yes, hello. Yes, hello to all the internet peoples. This is Stormy Maru. Hello. No, I don't have anything in my hands. I have paint. Yes. Hello. Okay. Yes, I love you too. You gonna lay down back there? You just gonna ham it up for the show? You saying hi to everybody? Evening, Pendergast. How's it going? Mitch says dog. Stan says, you guys have a good Christmas? Oh yeah, it was awesome. I actually had my murder log shirt on from you earlier, Ben.
Nice.
I kind of sweat through it when I was shoveling this afternoon.
Yeah.
Matt, I have your gifts, but I'm waiting on one that got super delayed. It's now shipped finally. So
Well, and I got a notice on the that the pre-orders would be billing soon for the last two waves of
Masters?
the WWE Masters at BBTS. So I imagine those will pop into my pile of loot in the next couple of days here. And
yeah, I just had an order from them that just shipped today.
Nice.
I've got the other thing for you as well.
Oh.
That I know you know or knew that I was going to give you, but you may have forgotten.
I
Those are the best kinds of gifts.
Dude, I forget my name most days.
Well, it wasn't originally going to be a gift, but now it is.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah. Woo!
Nice.
Dude, thank you so much. That did come in, huh?
Yeah, it's super cool.
Did it say you busted yours out?
Oh yeah. Let's see if I can find my bits here.
Something good. Forgiven Bros. Hi, Stormy the dog. How are you and Floyd doing? And Dave. Oh yes, they are fed very well. Stormy successfully stole about 3 slices worth of pumpkin pie this afternoon. So every about
doing real well.
Every about 40 minutes, it's like, hey, Stormy has to go outside for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, this was going to be bendy.
That's cool. I didn't until I saw Pixel Dan's review.
And then
it was honestly, the biggest fan.
I was going to say that was one of the first Pixel Dan reviews I can think of on record that like it was not like at least for He-Man stuff that was not all favorable, which was surprising.
Well, I think
this thing's super cool.
I think there was probably some frustration over like it not fitting correctly.
Yeah.
And just kind of how all that shook loose with who was able to get it and who wasn't, and then popping up on Big Bad Toy Store, but then it's popping up over on Mattel's page, and
I got it from the second round on the creations.
Yeah, it just was not handled very well, and I think it
soured a lot of people.
Yeah, and I think there was the expectation too is you're getting this thing that you've wanted for so long, ostensibly, and now is it going to be worth it?
Yeah, or even possible to get.
Well, I don't think a guy like that has a hard time getting stuff, to be honest.
Well, more in general, but I can see that. Yeah.
Job and Blue Floyd is my other dog. Josh, I am not making the zinger. Pendergast, Dave, thinking about your Grifter and Backlash customs and think you should add Ripclaw and Killraiser to the list. I got enough figures on the list for right now, but Backlash has been on my list because Backlash had a not so noticeable crossover with Spider-Man in the 90s that
that's true.
I need to add a Backlash to my shelf. I just want the space suit.
The spacesuit is really cool, and I'm still sad that they didn't do a proper one for classics.
Yeah, I was surprised that they didn't. Like, to this day, I still am surprised that didn't somehow get a release.
Yeah, they just did the, again, like the half one. So it's better than the original, maybe, but not that much better.
Yeah.
Yes, it does make me want to get the Origins Grayskull, which I will not do.
Oh, yeah? So are you just adding that to your classic?
Yeah, though the gate thing is designed to like clip in, I think, to the new Grayskull. But I cannot spend the money right now.
Fair.
I just canceled like freaking 20 pre-orders today.
Dang.
Yeah, gets to pay the bills.
Yeah.
It's been an expensive fall.
Yes.
Slash
it's winter.
early winter. So.
Oh, Mitch Falcon. Well, maybe they'll do the spacesuit in Masterverse. That's a good call.
I mean, I guess I'd have to buy that.
Yeah. I was genuinely surprised looking at all the photos and stuff I've seen of that the spacesuit is like. I was thinking they were gonna not necessarily half-ass it, but like because it's basically just wall dressing. I didn't think it was gonna be like full on like a figure. So that was pretty neat.
No, I'm happy with it. I mean, I expected there to be some parts reuse in it, but there was less than I was expecting. So,
isn't it a lot of Roboto?
I think it's from the waist down. Well, not even the waist down. The boots are like there's Roboto / I think Trapjaw. Same thing with the upper arms, but the rest of it's like all new.
What up, Ninth? Welcome to the madness. There's a couple first timers in the chat tonight. I did the Monday Foosh Live post show and did my top 10 countdown yesterday and was talking about the show, and some people were like, "What's that?" And I was like, "Well, this is
every week, like us or not, I guess we'll be here."
What ended up being your top 10, Dave?
Oh, I need to look at my list again. No, my number one was truly actually a surprise to me. But let's see, Mayfex, Peter Benjamin Parker, Sentinel Miles Morales, Marvel Legends MODOK was on there. Orange Cassidy from AEW was on there.
That was last year. It wasn't.
Yeah, Super 7, Ninja Turtles in general, and the Turtles in Disguise Ninja Turtles, Ultimate's Edge, and then my number one was Plunderlings.
Wow.
Because I legitimately I try really hard to stay focused on like certain lines for my collection and stuff, just to not go crazy and such, because I do have a confined space. And Plunderlings I just fucking love. Like, I have so much fun with those figures and was genuinely surprised, and they're made by really cool people. So it was exciting. So
no, they're neat looking. Not something I can do, but
thank you, Hankin. I appreciate it. I agree with the Plunderlings. They were out of left field for me as well. Yeah, right. Number one was Super 7 Donatello. Yeah, Nixie, it was not number one. It was up there. Oh, there we go. Ninth Archer. Yep, we'll be tuning in to watch the Masters work and learning how to do the same thing. Hell yeah. Oh, what did you gentlemen think of Iceman from the AOA Wave 2? I liked it. That's a great figure.
I think it's a good figure. Mm-hmm. I was glad they did some more new parts for it than they really had to.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have been put out necessarily if they hadn't done more. So
the fact that they matched that blue to the vintage,
that's crazy.
That was something so stupid and so I don't want to say exciting, because that might not be the right word, but like legitimately, like I popped for it. Like I was excited.
It's a real commitment to continuity in the line.
Oh, I mean,
I'm kind of astonished that they were even able to, because
that figure came out 1996.
Well, you'll see stuff switch from wave to wave, or even run to run on figures. So
yeah, let alone
they were able to pull that off as very
century to century, because it was in the 90s. That's interesting to think about. Oh man. Oh, this is going on very thin. That's okay. King Ginger, is that a kobold? Asks Josh Bear.
Where?
I don't know.
What I was just working on?
I guess.
No, it's a
If you want.
3D printed blue dragonborn. I haven't put the hands on him yet. I got him off of Etsy. I had purchased a gift for one of my D&D players, basically his character, or as close as I can get to a Knoll fighter. So
Nice.
Right on. Ninth Archer says, do the work you guys do, are they personal use or do you also do commissions?
I'm
Dave's
nowhere
all
near
about
good.
those commissions.
I'm nowhere near good enough to do commission work. I think Dave's you're the only one who does commission work, right?
I believe so.
I have done commission work. I do not enjoy doing it. And given some of the commissions that I have seen, Ben, you are more than good enough.
I'm not.
Not intended as a backhanded compliment or veiled insult. You are good. And
I do okay.
Go down that road of madness. There are people who would gladly pay for your work.
I think it would have to be a lot of like whenever I've actually like commissioned Dave to do something. Yeah. It's a lot of like, here's the overall idea. Just please go do your thing.
Yeah.
Because I think that's another reason I probably wouldn't do it is I wouldn't be very good at putting up with someone telling me how I didn't do something exactly right. I would get very frustrated by that very quickly.
Yeah, and that's why I'm not a big fan of it either. And then even when like I know what they want or I feel confident that I can do what they want, and I've had people where they're like, "Oh, this thing is amazing, thank you so much," and I'm still like, I half-assed that, or I'm not happy with how that came out.
Well,
you paid me money for it, and I feel weird about that.
Mitch is throwing out "All Hail the King" real quick.
I'm never satisfied with anything I do, but I've gotten good at just, and I think it's because of D&D. I've gotten better at just walking away from it and being okay with like, okay, this is what it was, live and learn. But like, if you ask me about any game I've run or anything I've done creatively, Cassandra's really good at telling people this. It's usually like, she'll go, "How was that?" And I'll be like, "It was C+ tops." And people will be like, "You're crazy. That was not C+." To me, it is. To me, it's not. I've yet to do something that I've walked away from and been like, that is something that creatively I'm very proud of. I've had stuff I've walked away from and said, that's pretty good. But I also know that I'll just sit and fiddle with things and all it will do is upset me because it won't turn out the way I want it to. So I just kind of get to a point where I'm just like, okay, well, this is what it is now. So
it is important to know when to walk away or to have that ability to be like, yeah, this is fine. This is good enough for me, because if I keep poking at it, it's just going to get worse.
Yeah. I don't do particularly well with that type of stuff. Would I be open to doing stuff for people? I guess, but I don't think I'm near as talented at the figure stuff as either you or Dave, and I'm certainly not the best mini painter in the world. I try not to look at like Golden Demon stuff online because all it does is make me never want to paint. Because everyone that does that, I worked with a guy at my last job who had been a pro painter for Games Workshop. And I heard you paint, and I was like, yeah, I do. And he was like, oh, well, here, come look at some of the stuff I've painted on my photo gallery. And I looked at it, and I was like, I don't want to show you what I've painted. It's too embarrassing.
Well, that's just being overly hard on yourself, but
because it's just, I mean, when you see people are doing just amazing things, airbrush and everything else, I just don't have the skill for that.
It's just a different arsenal, you know. I mean,
Well, I mean, like I've there's times where I'll look at something and I'll be like, how did they do that? I would like to be able to do that, and then I find out what they did do it. And I'm like, I'm not doing that much work.
Hold up one sec. Mitch Falcon, perfection is the ever elusive mirage of the mind.
Yeah.
Hank
Somebody was asking, because Dave, you would probably have an answer to this.
What up, Chris?
Let's see here.
What up, Chris?
In the wrong manner too.
Yeah, Tim Birch was asking if you ever have trouble parting with a commission piece or end up making one for yourself.
Oh, definitely. My problem is that I'll do a commission piece and then I'll send it off and it'll be months later. And I'll go, wait, I can do this better.
Right.
And then all of a sudden I'll knock something out and go, shit. And I've had to stop myself from messaging people to be like, hey, you remember that piece I did for you? I can do it better now.
I've seen Dave do this where he's been like, that turned out really good. I'm going to do one for myself. And then later go, you know what I did for myself? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, it's way better. Yeah.
And I always feel kind of the shits for doing that because I'm just like, oh man.
Do you think that's because you've done a working version, like a prototype then, and you're
I think it's working something out that's already there, you know what I mean? Like it's problem solving, you know. It's that sketch before you actually do something. I think my dog is going to explode, so I'm going to run her outside real quick because she's just sitting here whimpering. I know, Stormy. I will put paint on your nose. I will put paint on your nose.
You've made your choices, Stormy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not my fault you friggin' ate a diuretic. All right. I will be right back.
All right,
the dog from exploding. Speaking of perfection, these spikes are so fiddly. Yes. Last time I painted was about 30 years ago. Never too late to get back in it.
No, never too late. I do find it relaxing when I'm painting for myself.
Indeed. It makes a big difference.
I do everything for me.
I will be right back.
We will see you shortly.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Ninth Archer. We've had this question a few times. It's really down to what you want to do. The main thing, if you're painting anything plastic, do not, under any circumstances, use latex. It does not like plastic. It will not dry. You want to use acrylic. I do recommend, if you're going to do anything that you want to be posable and you're not doing a robo special where, you're going to paint the front half and then put on a shelf where nobody can see the back. If you want something that you can pose, you will need to do some prep. Like on all these parts that I've got in front of me here, I went in and I sanded the joints down with a Dremel and with a an emery board and stuff like that to remove material so that when I do move the joints, the paint doesn't rub off. Because acrylic paint doesn't it dries, but it doesn't really bond with the plastic so much. Depends. But primer is also good. You got to make sure you're using the right primer. Again, Army Painter primer, a little more expensive, but it's good with plastic. So 3D printed materials, you're going to have less issues in general, and you can probably speak to this some, King, because I know you've worked with that more. But that's more of an ABS type plastic, and that you get a little more grace with. It's not as picky about the paint you use on it.
ABS, you're going to want to do a tiny bit of sanding, and a lot of the sanding is going to be just to get the lines out from the print. And then I usually just use like a little piece of sandpaper on the end of like a toothpick. If I'm going to do that, just because I don't want to do too much. But if you've 3D printed before, like I have, you're going to get print lines. Now resin, that thing I just had out, all I do is I hit it with a wash before. That's basically become my primer for that. Because I find with resin, it's easier to, there's all that detail in a resin miniature, and it easily gets washed out. Whereas with ABS, it's so hard to get your print settings down to a level where you're going to get that real tight details that you will with a resin print. So ABS is more forgiving that way. Resin is not. Resin is very much like, I don't have a resin printer. I have friends who have resin printers, but generally if it's a resin product, it's because I purchased it.
Yeah, resin printers are pricey.
Oh,
they're not that bad.
Matt, with removing materials on joints, how do you judge how much to shave off? Asks Shakes.
That is very much just trial and error. Depending on the type of figure, I can usually eyeball it. Like on these, like I don't know if it probably won't focus because it's white. It's very bright, but yeah, that's not working for crap. Do I have a backdrop? That's my work. Yeah, maybe not. Yeah, I don't think this is going to focus well enough.
Oh.
But you want to make sure that you can see a gap over the entire like arc of the joint. Let's see. Do I have one handy?
Panther 10 is apparently not a fan of alcohol-based paints or lacquers.
I don't use them either.
Fair enough. Bright white. I wish Tester sold their acrylic line by the bottle. Craft and Vallejo just don't stick. That's fair. Ninth Archer. I just got the new Endor 3D printer, but new to that as well. But I heard the resin 3D is where it's at.
It is.
Oh yeah, the resin stuff looks beautiful. When I've seen those prints,
I've got a friend who's got one, and it's amazing what you can do with the 3D resin printer. It's ridiculous.
It's beautiful, is what it is.
With any kind of like hinge joint, I'm always just looking to make sure that there's a gap all the way around the arc. So I'll bend the joint, sand it, move it, sand it, make sure it's clear, and then usually I'll put primer on it, or paint it lightly with whatever color I'm going to use, depending on if I'm being lazy or not, and see if the paint rubs. And if it does, back to the sanding. And then whenever I've got something like on this torso here, I was kind of eyeballing because there's the arms pop in there. So I removed a bunch of material just to make sure it was clear all the way around that socket to prevent any rub. That's always a risk. You can do I try to prevent it as best I can, but you do kind of hit a point on some customs where it's like, all right, I can't take this back apart without wrecking the paint. So it is what it is. I'll try and go in there with an X-Acto and remove extra material or whatever, but it's tough.
Josh is throwing it out there. King Ginger, what is your opinion on Reaper Bones minis, or do you tend to stick with WizKids when it comes to mass-produced minis?
I did the first 4 Bones Kickstarters, and I think I've painted like 20 of those minis. I will be painting Reaper Bones minis until I die. Whether that be tomorrow or years from now.
Years from now, let's go for that.
The first run of Bones it's okay. A lot of the detail gets washed out. However, you get stuff like, I just painted some Bones not too long ago. Let me grab one here.
Brandon, using dye on figures is okay as a base color, but you got to be patient with it.
And the other thing
a lot of people rush it and it doesn't come out as great.
The other thing that I've run into with dye is it can fade over time.
Yeah. The rub.
Yep. And it's kind of like if you've ever tried to, because I've done this and it sucks. But like if you've ever tried to paint over Sharpie.
Yeah.
It's very difficult to paint over the
dyed part.
The dyed figures. So if it's like, I want to make this entire figure black or whatever, dye might be worth a try. But if you're going for more than that, I generally don't bother. I experimented with it back in the day because the old RIT dye formula was pretty good. So I had a bunch of like the 90s G.I. Joe accessories that were neon, and I'm like, yeah, screw it. I'll just dunk these. I don't care if they get wrecked or not. And that worked pretty well for that. And then shakes on socket joints. I don't usually remove material from the peg unless it's something I want to be able to pop in and out. So sometimes I'll take a little bit off of like the mushroom of it, so it frees up some space so I can pop it in and out a little more easily. But you're mostly removing it from the socket because if you leave that peg the same length,
Thanks,
will
Mixie.
it won't, like, if you're taking material off the peg, it might go in deeper, and then you're going to get rub that might not have been there. So
Yeah.
So when it,
oh, there you go. Do you take figures apart to paint? More often than not, yes.
yeah, most of the time, unless the base body is already the color I want and I'm just painting detail, or if I'm being really, really lazy and stupid.
So when it comes to the WizKids stuff, it's like the last thing I think I've painted WizKids wise. Turned out pretty good. I find I'm a lot better with the bigger models. WizKids smaller like figures can be kind of difficult, just because they're just kind of hard to get the detail work on. The original Bones, this model in particular, is great because you can actually get a face out of it. Now, Bones Black is like a totally different product, in my opinion. It's at least 10 times better, which is sad because there's some great miniatures in those first couple Bones lines, but the black stuff is just light years better. So if you have the opportunity to work with Bones Black, always go with Bones Black.
I'm going to throw it partly to the chat, partly to Dave, as far as people recommending a top coat.
Mitch Melton throwing out Owl Bear real quick.
I am hardcore into the Mod Podge for my top coat / sealer, but it will, it does change the finish to a degree. And it tends to even it out, but in some cases that means it's making your finish more glossy, or in some cases it's making it less glossy. So
my go-to is the Tamiya matte clear. That's just I use it as both a primer and a top coat because it doesn't kill all sheen. It does a really nice job of kind of evening everything out, and I like that. But yeah, that is my go-to. I'm not a Mod Podge guy, I admit that, but it does have its place for sure. And some folks can, like Matt, can make it do amazing things. Whereas whenever I try to use it, it's like an untrained puppy and just shits everywhere. So
I usually just use a matte spray finish, usually like Army Painter or the old Games Workshop stuff.
I haven't tried either of those, so I'd be curious to know how they work, because I used to use like the Testers or the Plaid.
Oh yeah,
and both of those I find would either they got very dusty, and dirty over time, and in some cases, like I had somewhere it actually like leached the color out of the paint.
I haven't ran into that, but I did, like when I first started painting, I would use that too close, and then they would get like this almost dusty looking film. Yeah, they'd get gloppy. So I've gotten really good at realizing like it doesn't need a lot, so it's just kind of a
less is definitely more with a lot.
So, and then when I'm looking for sheen and shine, or I don't care, boom.
Oh, there we go.
I will use this Pledge floor care finish, and it's a damn good.
I need to experiment with that.
I've got a bunch of bottles if you want one. Because when I bought it, I think I got like 8 bottles for like $20.
Jeez.
I'll be happy to give you a bottle, Matt.
I know Dave uses airbrush.
I do. I don't. So I need to get a new compressor. That's my big thing. Also, I'm trying to find one that's a little quieter. Oh, nice, Mixie. Be right back. Just Gorilla glued my fingers to my fingers.
Oh,
sorry, bud.
Good luck.
But yeah. I am a fan of airbrush.
Yeah, I've got one now that we got for one wrestling gear project, and then kind of realized, yep, this really isn't something we want to fuck with for that. So I have an airbrush, and I should probably start messing with it for customizing. And I had a project that I was going to use it for, but didn't. It's not to the point where I'm ready to try it yet. So that's going to be my first experiment. I'll see how I like it from there.
Nice.
What I've seen people do with it though, it looks like a really useful tool.
That it is. It's also a tedious piece of.
Well, yeah, from what I did do, which was not very good. Yeah, it's some work.
Yes, that is a very nice way of putting it. But yes.
And Brandon Branch, I mean, the Walmart apple barrel paint it's certainly not the best paint in the world. You're gonna find better paints, but
It works though.
It works just fine. I use it all the time.
$15.
It's
$15
really down
for
to
all
prep.
those apple barrels, baby.
Yeah.
Amazon.
The main what I found over the years, because I've been customizing for way too long now, is there are certain colors that it's worth investing in better paint for.
What are
So
some
like
examples?
if I need to paint something yellow, I'm gonna go get some some Games Workshop, some Citadel yellow. But for black, whatever, use whatever you want. And you'll learn, again, in certain colors, it's like if I'm gonna do something yellow, I'm gonna prime with a light color just so I can get a good tone. It's gonna be too much of a pain in the ass otherwise. So
yeah.
But sometimes with dark colors, yeah, I'll just go right on the base plastic and not even worry about it.
Oh, hey, I wanted to show you this. Not done yet. I gotta finish it, but where's my Monkey King?
That's epic.
That's looking great.
Yeah, I did a little work on the side pieces and everything. I need to get the head attached. I got to figure out the legs yet. I don't know what I want to do with it. But yeah, it turned out pretty good.
Tim Perch had it brushed by Badger way back when I was young. Right?
And Shav, the old model paint, make sure it's not oil based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it's oil based, feel free to use it on model kits, or if you're doing like Gundams or something, yeah, you'll be okay. But do not put it on any action figures. You're not going to like what you get, and you'll have to take it off.
True story. Well, it'll come off one way or another.
Mostly on your hands or on whatever else touches it.
Yes. It is not fun.
No, a friend of mine was getting into customizing. He did a Martian Manhunter off of an old Toy Biz Iceman, and I can't remember what he used for the cape, but he just painted it with testers, and literally years later, it was still sticky.
Yeah.
It's a chemical thing. It just will not dry on those materials.
So, Mitch Falcon would like to ask if the Monkey King will have a cloud.
No, I don't think I can pull that off, but I do need to find appropriate staff for him.
I would say if you go and look and find an old Toy Biz Mean Streak or Quicksilver, both of them come with a cloud.
True story.
Oh.
And you can probably get them for, $5-10.
Nerd Note had a Mean Streak on card for like $8. Because I sat there and went.
You were tempted.
Ooh, I loved X-Men 2099.
So did I. I loved those characters.
Brimstone Love coming back. He's going to show up in Marauders here.
Hell yeah. Whoa.
Steve Orlando digging out the X-Men 2099.
It's like perhaps Eternity using Stuart Semple Black 2.0.
I was tempted to try that too, but I've heard that the paints that they make of it are really actually kind of gritty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember who was telling me that, but I could see that being very annoying.
Yes.
What am I doing?
I don't know. Mitch Falcon, I still have a Skullfire. Hell yeah. Hey, Wheeler, have you ever played Yu-Gi-Oh? Ha ha ha, Goji King. I've never heard that before, you dick.
Yeah. I will say that whole second wave of X-Men 2099 is fucking killer.
Dude, right?
That junk pile figure is great.
Halloween Jack. Halloween Jack was my jam.
Oh yeah, Halloween Jack, who technically does exist in the modern Marvel universe, I think.
Yep, technically.
I don't think he's shown up since his one appearance in Cable, but
Also, art by Ron Lim, who I thoroughly enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love
man?
Ron
Oh,
Lim.
thanks, man. Yeah, throw a thumbs up on the video, you guys, because I found out it does actually help. I'm learning a lot about all this crap. So it actually helps more people see this. So if you want folks to see what we're doing, see what we're making, yeah, throw a like, or follow, subscribe, all that stuff. Every little bit helps.
I will say I love me some Ron Lim. But of late, I don't know if it's inks or if it's age or what. But his recent stuff, not so good.
That is mostly inks.
Because he did a fill-in issue on the United States of Captain America that was, and even like the cover of he's got an upcoming Silver Surfer Captain Marvel thing, and that not looking great either, which is a real bummer. Because I love
Streets of Poison.
Oh yeah, no, I love his '90s stuff. Even in the 2000s, it's like he's just out there doing his thing, and it's consistent, solid. Kind of that in that Tom Grummett and can't remember who else. There's a few guys in that kind of vein for me, where it's like, I'm always going to be happy to see their stuff. Dale Eaglesham.
Yeah. They have a distinct enough style, but it's not so distinct that you can't recognize it. I mean,
it doesn't seem like they're, if they ever were like the rock stars of an era, that time has passed, and now they're just doing good work.
Yeah, they're your good hands.
Yeah.
There we go. All the loves. I now need to hear Dave's impression of an over-exaggerated Brooklyn accent. No, I'm good. Between that and freaking Captain Planet growing up, it was like, oh, I'm gonna kill someone. Oh man, I'm trying to get this gate kind of dirtied up. I know it'll be really. I mean, this is such a minute thing for the overall display, but it's like, I gotta make it look good. Because I'm gonna be
blend in.
Yeah.
Have either of you done a D-Man?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yep.
I'm very jealous of Matt's custom because it's way fucking better than mine.
That's another character.
I mean, I think I was reading recently that Kieran Dwyer was like 19 when he was on Cap.
Yeah, he was really.
And he designed frickin' Battlestar and D-Man, and
as you do.
There you go.
Goji, the beanie's been green all night.
Nice.
Hot damn. You're a jerk, Matt. Hey Dave, just
that's a focus. But that's a Classics Molar head with some Wolverine bits bashed onto it, so he's got that big grin,
which is beautiful. Forgive me, I'm heating this puppy up to expedite the process.
Mitch, I don't know if we're ever going to see New Universe out of Legends. And yes, it will mean that they literally have done every other character that they could do.
Pretty much.
You don't think we'll get the 616 version of Starbrand and Night Mask?
Those I feel are possible, but not likely because they haven't shown up now that Hickman's not doing the Avengers stuff and whatever. Well, I guess Starbrand's still around, but the Starbrand, not that particular Starbrand. Starbrand is a baby now, or a toddler.
But they've integrated it into the Avengers BC thing is.
Yeah, it's part of that. And then the current toddler Starbrand is being taken care of by the Avengers. So, but yes, no Night Mask of late.
There we go.
And no Spitfire or troubleshooters or any of that.
Uh-oh. This is like separating out. This is new.
Shaft Gold, there is heavy speculation that we will actually see Speedball this year.
Well, 2022.
Yeah, sorry. It's still 2021, isn't it?
Yes.
And still 2020.
Yes.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Ways.
Somehow.
But yes, there is some of the hints they gave in the Pulse fan things. It seems like Speedball is fairly likely because they were saying they were going to do characters from a certain card set, and while they did end up doing Jigsaw, who is in that card set, the other characters are way unlikely. There are a certain number of characters from that thing. I think Sleepwalker is one of them as well.
There we go.
Sleepwalker I saw looks great.
That's much better and much more gnarly looking.
Oh yeah.
Very
and Panther 10, I will do the best that I can to both start and finish Mr. Shiv in the year 2022.
I don't believe you. I'd buy a new universe Bath Psyhawk. Hell yeah. I mean,
And Captain Marvel, just the Avengers in general are taking care of the new Star brand, but the Captain Marvel does seem to be a little more attached. Can't remember who they just changed out the team roster a little bit too. So.
I received the first Immortal Hulk omnibus.
Ooh.
And I already read it. It's really good.
Yep. Really, really good.
Oh, that was one that was on my top 10 was the Marvel Select Immortal Hulk. It's totally not at all based on that book, but
no,
it's called the Immortal Hulk.
It's your kind of standard, Buscema, Trimpy sort of 70s Hulk, but whatever.
I think they were like, wait, this is the Hulk that the people know right now. Let's be hip and with it and call it a modern title. Like the kiddos do. Look at the bee's knees.
I am trying to figure out a good recipe for Mr. Shiv still Panther. I've got the start of it. Devil Hulk would be good, but I don't see them doing it because that would be like SBAF maybe, yeah.
There we go. All right. Well, can I do this? Oh man, I don't want to do that. I was gonna try and get every single little screw on here, and like, no, not happening.
Not so much.
No. Oh, let's see.
Not feeling that ambitious.
Where are my metallics at? Not for something that's going to be opened and closed half the time.
Yeah. I've used hairdryer or a heat gun to speed up drying between coats of paint. How do you feel about that, Dave?
Heat gun?
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. In fact, I just did it in between coats for this figure that I'm working on.
I will recommend using caution when you do it, or at least you have to be still practicing good painting technique. Because if you've got like thick, wet paint on there, you'll get like the scab.
Yeah.
Or pimple sort of deal where like the outer layer is dry, but the inside is still very, very wet. So if you touch it, it'll just burst. Yeah. So make sure you're using thin coats.
Dave spade with screw loose? What? I'm not following. Are you talking about the figure? Or Sleepwalker before Crystal. Very true. My obsession with comics in 2015 walked away and have not looked back. Oh,
that's right. I don't begrudge anybody, losing interest in a hobby and finding something new. But there are still many, many good comics out there.
Oh yes.
So inclined.
What is this?
I am now just a trade boy.
And that's, I go back and forth on that because I do like to support the monthlies, but there are a lot of things where it's like, I wish I just had this in trade instead.
Why would you do that to me, Goji King? We need a Dave Wonder / Wonder Boy Bath with the final piece hidden Walmart exclusive.
Yeah, that is very mean. Like, unnecessarily.
It's a Walmart exclusive. You may never see it.
That's very true.
I mean, I'm very glad those Motu WWEs are ended up elsewhere. So
Mm-hmm.
Is
because I
there
was
is Walmart hands down the worst big box for toys?
Yes.
I was gonna say, is there any
I know
competition?
people have been angry at Target the last year and a half, but if consistently, Walmart is just dog shit.
Oh, I see. Forgiveness. I see. Um, my advice: go to your local library. The world of comics is so vast and amazing. Hell yeah. Kmart is not really around anymore.
Kmart is, yeah. If there's not very many left, but like Walmart, I've got stuff that's on pre-order, and they're like, this has been delayed, and I don't know if I'm ever going to get it.
Then you see it from a third-party seller on Walmart.com for
Or you'll
5
see
times
it.
the price.
There's been times where I've seen it. Well, they tried to pull that on me because I went in there and they had a one of the NECA 40th anniversary Alien figures, and I was like, oh yeah, I actually need this one. Cool. So I brought it to the register and it wouldn't ring up for whatever reason, and they're like, well, I'll pull it up on the website, and all they had on there were third-party sellers that were selling it for like $60. I'm like, no, I'm not. It's we're at retail.
Yeah.
This is
literally at your site or
this
at
is
your
a
store.
$30 figure, and that's too high.
Yeah.
So I had to I'm like, let me go, because I think I had gotten one there like a week or two before, one of the other figures in the same wave. And I'm like, okay, there's more back there. I'm going to go grab one of the other ones. And then that confused them because it wasn't the same exact figure. I'm like, I'm not paying $60 for this.
Yeah.
I'm just not. And yeah, they're crap where it's like, oh yeah, here's exclusives that might never make it across the country or to your region. Because their distribution is crap, and then apparently their exclusive, like their web store or whatever, is all handled through like a single distribution center. So if that stuff doesn't get the stuff you pre-ordered, you just don't get it.
I saw 2 Walmart employees get into a physical fight over who was better, Goku or Naruto. Damn, Ben. That's Ben.
Wow.
That shit's intense.
I mean, at least
I would have recorded that on my phone for future viewing. I'd have been like, hey, wait till you get a load of this.
Will they get a load of me? Alrighty. Oh, that's a good idea.
Shav, there is a tarantula. It's
the old Toy Biz one, right?
Toy Biz. I think it's Toy Biz. Outdated now, but still a solid figure. I'm hoping he gets another try because I love that character.
I have made several customs of him for folks, and I always go, man, I should make one of these for me. And I'm like, as soon as I do that, they're gonna release him.
He's gonna happen sooner or later because he's such an easy. He's reuse, except for the feet and the head.
Yeah.
Where does he fall in the ranking of Spider-Man villains? Is he pretty far down the tier?
For me, yes. I love the character, but there's just he ranks with Cyclone and kind of that vibe, because that was around the time that he first popped up.
Yeah, he was part of that era. Well, I can't remember who created him. Was it Stern? Because that was like they kept using that writer kept bringing him back out.
Yeah,
but I did
Marvel kept being like, he's put away forever. It's like, no, fooled you.
Well, they did eventually okay, yeah, we're gonna he's gonna turn into a giant spider, jump off a building, and explode. And then there's been 2 or 3 since.
Yeah,
I did like that bit in the 80s and early 90s. Yes, Conway, Jerry Conway, where there was the second tarantula, who was basically this kind of Banana Republic, more mercenary version of Captain America. He's like, yeah, I'm the Captain America of Delvadia, and I've got giant poison boots.
Dude, I love that version of Tarantula because that is the best version of Tarantula.
Well, yeah, he's like, I'm going to team up with the Punisher, and I'm going to work with U.S. Agent, and I'm going to, He just popped up in various roles. That I liked him as a government operative of sorts, but also still just kind of a crappy guy.
Yeah, he was not a good person, to say the least. I guess the tarantula lost his bite. Yeah, baby. Oh, God dang it. Hey, Dave. So, in pre-order those Beast Kingdom 89 Batman and Joker from my local comic shop. Oh, right on, Michael Taylor. That's awesome. Dave Wonder custom tutorial Patreon update. It is in the works. I am actually trying to figure out some of the tiered stuff because I was editing the Chicago Toy Hunt vlog and my software kind of shit the bed. So before I move forward with any of that stuff, I need to get that kind of squared away so that I can make sure to be making consistent content for you guys, and not having issues. So, and also right now, I am working on 3 different books. So my brain has been a little scattered on top of everything else. So, but it is, I'm hoping for an early 2022 launch for that. Trying to get this wash on everywhere.
And Clay, if you can somehow convince Hasbro to do a big wheel, I will
bear your children
as thanks.
He's not joking either.
I would love a big wheel.
Big wheel or Hypno Hustler first?
Hypno Hustler.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
He said that with such conviction.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind, and I also want Rocket Racer first, but I do want a big wheel.
I do feel like Rocket Racer is kind of a must.
I've been fighting the friggin' nerd. I'm right here.
He's been around long enough in enough, different forms that I feel like, he was on the cartoon, which helps. So I do feel like he's not impossible. And again, it's a lot of easy reuse parts. So, I think Rocket Racer will probably happen. I mean, we got fucking Frogman.
Female Beetle.
I mean, she's been fairly prominent, but yes.
I did read Superior Foes finally. I got it.
Superior Foes is awesome.
It was very entertaining.
It is a wonderful book.
Yeah, I'm a fan.
It reminded me kind of like reading a Flash Rogues book.
Yeah.
Ooh, that is a good call. It's time for some beautiful bean footage to be rolled. It is the top of the hour. Too sweet to be sour. Here you go. Sorry, man.
Do you feel like a champion? Do you worry that you don't look like a champion? Try Enhancement Talent Clothing and Gear. At our state-of-the-art facility, you'll find wall art. Not 1, not 2, but a spectacular 3 cats. This thing. Top-of-the-line sewing equipment that Enhancement Talent has used to make Enhancement Talent Clothing and Gear. Let us take you to the top of the card.
Woo! Yeah.
Oh boy.
Stormy, get down.
When you positively, absolutely have to stun with a commercial, except no substitute.
God damn right. I love that everybody in the chat now is just like, hey, top of the hour.
Need my fix.
Give me that thing. There we go. Oh, there we go. That was what was kind of missing.
There we go.
It is interesting. This wash that I'm using is like legit stripping some of my paint underneath. That's interesting.
Darth Gutierrez, I think if we get another Netflix, well, I don't think we'll get another Netflix Daredevil, but I think we'll probably get a figure of whatever Daredevil ends up looking like in the MCU.
Yeah, no, I concur.
Because I'm assuming they'll change it pretty drastically. Yeah, not that it was a bad look, but I do think we'll get something different.
I'm hoping we get something besides the Frank Miller Zorro mask.
Yeah.
Nothing against that look. It's cool. But
we got that in the Netflix series,
well, that's what I'm saying is
so we don't need that.
Then we got it again in Defenders.
Yeah.
Well, and his other uniform is a little. I mean, I guess if they had thrown some silver on it, it would have been his '90s uniform. But
Yeah.
I don't think that was bad. But yeah, I'm fine with him being more like he's.
Oh,
We'll
Josh,
see what they do with him, but he's an acrobat. He's not, you know.
Yeah. Josh is asking what that is, King.
Froghemoth. Reaper
Uh-huh.
Bones. Froghemoth.
Nice. A classic red and yellow costume would rule.
I mean, if they went with that even briefly, I would pop.
So I think this is where it's gonna stay for now, but
That's looking great.
yeah, that is some nice. Oh yeah, what is that? Way cool tentacles. We got it in the whole Hulk TV movie. True, very true.
Oh yeah, that was totally the Miller.
Emilio knows. Now the real trick is like, I don't know if I want to add this street light back.
That's not what I wanted.
But I think I will, and I think I'm going to glue it in place.
For anyone who asked, it is the Froghemoth from my favorite Dungeons and Dragons model ever, Expedition to the Barrier Peaks.
Uh-huh.
Also, Stephen Colbert's favorite D&D module.
Mm-hmm. Adam Kumler. Love the 80s Hulk. Hell yeah. Is that because he's in the MCU now? Daredevil. No. The light looks right behind on the... Wait. The light looks right being on their grade call, says Ninth Archer.
So yes, use the streetlight.
Oh, I see. Hulk TV movie had the best performance by someone in a jury. Nice. Matt, did you show us Hunter earlier when you mentioned him? If so, I missed it. Can we see him again? Full screen.
I did not show him specifically. I've got some wet paint on him at the moment, but I will make sure to show him. And I also forgot to paint his hat when I was spray painting earlier. Damn it.
Oops.
Yeah, I've still got to sculpt his shorts and socks, so I will be painting the legs as well. So
nice.
I'll be able to work it in there, but
got to make sure the Jort game is strong.
Oh yes.
So the cool thing is this has like a fire escape that comes down. So I'm debating about leaving the ladder down or just keeping it up. I don't know. But then it also has a power pole on it that I got to add back on. Oh, God damn it. Keep seeing spots where the wash, the wash washed off paint. It's like, no.
Oh, yeah. I hate when it, like,
I mean, it helped. It helped in some places where it's like, oh, that adds kind of a cool effect. But in other places, it's like, no. You were the chosen one. People forget that the Hulk gave us the first live-action Kingpin. Indeed.
It's true.
So does anyone have feelings on Dark Horse being sold? I will be very curious to see what comes of that in the next probably 3 months. I was all excited because they released a Madman. Oh shit, Adam, Lou Ferrigno should be in a Multiverse of Madness. I'm with you, and thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. John Rhys Davies Kingpin was cool as Kingpin. Anyone see the live action Spider-Man of the 70s?
Yeah.
I have a poster of right there. Yeah, Nicholas Hammond. I love that iteration.
Jonathan Rhys Davies is the poor man's Brian Blessed.
Brian Blessed. Love me some Brian Blessed.
Brian Blessed is amazing.
Yes, leave it down, or if you can hang it halfway down, like almost all the ones in NYC. Yeah, I'll have to figure that out.
Flying blind on a rocket sled.
Mitch, why not both? The American and Japanese 70s Spider-Mans are both gold.
Oh, hell yeah.
Spider-Man is a thing of wonder.
Nick Hammond should have been in No Way Home. Yeah, I agree.
So should have Japanese Spider-Man. But
Agreed. Oh my God. Have you guys seen, someone did a fan edit of Spider-Man popping up in that fight scene?
I've not seen that.
It is.
I mean,
I will send it over later.
Yeah, Sword Figure would have just annihilated those villains. So
I love it. My bud Romeo from from Kapow Collectibles, it was just like, "Have you seen this?" I'm like, "No, that's amazing. I want that." Hey, Mixie, I'm sorry, Japanese Spider-Man does not show up. Josh Bear throws Blessed in Blackadder. Yes.
Blessed.
How about evil Turkish Spider-Man? Yeah, dude. I made a custom of that one, Dab.
Did you really?
Yeah. It was for one of my buddies in college. He was all about this, and he was like, "That's my Spider-Man. That's my Spider-Man." So I believe I made it. I'm trying to remember who I made it on.
The fan film Italian Spider-Man.
Yeah,
that was real good. But they used the Turkish Spider-Man in the preview stuff at the Draft House.
Yep.
Because they were, for No Way Home. Like, if you talk or text, Turkish Spider-Man will feed you. We'll put the gerbil tube on your head.
But if you have ever seen a show called Kamen Rider V3 with villain Spider-Man, I don't. I think I know what you're talking about. That is not non-affiliated.
Spider-Man will be the enemy for Kamen Rider in the Shin Kamen Rider flick as well.
Oh, really?
Is it a different Spider-Man, or
it's not like a Spider-Man. It's,
okay.
It's Spider-Man.
Yes.
No hyphen.
Yeah.
Just like he has an enemy named Batman. No hyphen.
Well, that's in Shinobi 2 on the Sega Genesis. Both the Spider-Man and Batman, I think the Hulk or maybe Captain America, all show up at various points in the game, to the point where they eventually had to. They didn't ask permission, so they eventually get sued and have to credit Marvel.
Nice. Whatever. Oh, this gold is not very contrasty. Sculpt and base coat done. Now to wait for drying.
Nice.
Yes, the hardest part. Patience.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with a bunch of these.
Because I am doing this dio for, basically it's going to be up behind everything, so I don't have to worry about it rubbing against figures. I'm gone to the well of high school customizing, Dave, and busted out the metallic Sharpies.
Oh, hey, Matt, I didn't tell you. Thanks for the suggestion on the risers. I got a set of them for Christmas. They're really, really slick.
No, they're nice.
There we go. And now it's eerily quiet. At least I have my Spire to keep me company. Now, is more weird or less weird than Thor and Hulk being name dropped in Doomsday Clock? Nah.
I do not recall that, but
Savage saying, "Hey Dave, is your Grifter head custom or the OG?" It is the OG one, dremeled out. I actually cut it down, and then dremeled out a cavity, and then the hot glue trick for creating a very nice tight joint.
I call that the wheeler.
I appreciate it. I assure you I was not the first person to do that. I just do it a lot.
You're the one who taught it to me, so
That's right. Shakes the Clone is asking, what risers?
Hold on. I have them like real close.
I think I might end up using the ones I got. I will.
Here, I got them. They're just a roll away.
I had a bunch that were sitting around. Actually, I think I still have a couple
hold
of
on.
my painted ones. Yeah, they showed up. Yeah. Oh, those aren't even the ones I was showing off.
Yeah.
Those are different. Those are nice though.
Oh, these aren't the
I
ones?
use,
Huh.
Emilio, the hot glue trick is basically creating a larger cavity than you need, putting a little lubricant of some sort on the ball peg that you have, and then creating a new joint by basically putting in supplemental hot glue in there and putting it in there and then moving it around a little bit after it's set up, because it will then create a very nice tight joint for you.
So yeah, these are what I use. These are painted black. They come white. These are Expanda shelves.
Oh, nice.
They're very slick. Come in 2 different depths. So, and I get you can get them online. Otherwise, I get these at Container Store. So
Nice.
And I'm fine with what they're replacing the MOTU WWE line with. I don't know if I'm going to get any of them, and I'm not convinced it's going to last very long. But I do see the appeal, so I don't know if I'll get any or not. But
Parts.
yeah.
It's about the only reason for me.
I mean, it's what, like, half the people that I know that collect the Motu WWE line were getting it to be like, oh man, we can make Remcos of all these guys, and now I'm like, oh well, this is just taking
that now.
I
know a bunch of people who are doing the same thing, so I'm glad that they're going to have that option. But yeah, for me, it was more about the mashups and the craziness than it was like I want. I see the appeal of the Remco look, but it was never my jam.
There we go.
Nice.
So I'll probably hit this with a little spray sealer here in a bit. Oh, Shakes the Clone King, do those acrylic risers fit on a detolf shelf?
I don't know. I have not used them yet. I've actually got to rework my. I'm going to take my rings out, and then here I'll just camera up there.
There we go. Panther 10, I thought the wheeler was accidentally cutting off a joint with a Dremel tool and finding a completely new joint that miraculously fits. That's also the wheeler.
So there's my
Hold up.
above my desk setup right now. I'm going to take out the 2 rings, I think, and start putting some risers in.
Nice. Could you put the risers in the ring?
Probably not. There's the game shelf.
Nice.
There's the bookshelves.
Yeah, it looks like Wave 7 is still sold out. Sorry, Ben from the bunker. I was going to try and... Because Wave 8 is back up. And Entertainment Earth actually had. I should see if they still do.
Ooh. There we go. I have to plug in my hot glue gun because I made a little base for this out of the bits I cut off of a Calyx shelf, and I bonded those together with some glue, and then I taped them together too for compression. But the nice thing is it has a nice grid in there, so I can dump a bunch of hot glue in, and then it'll serve as a nice footer.
Nice.
Oh, there was a Snake Mountain WWE Motu ring. Yes, and it came with Austin and Hogan.
Yeah,
that right?
Austin. Came with Austin with snake arms that come off, and then he's got like snaky eyes and snaky paint. Snaky.
Yeah, it was, and it was only ever online.
Yeah, it was a Walmart exclusive, only online.
Oh, Dave, Matt, King Ginger, what are your favorite monsters in D&D?
Oh, man. Who asked that question?
That was Josh Bear.
Josh, why are you trying to make me pick my favorite child?
I will say this. I have a great affinity for dragons in D&D, and that's specifically because in playing for so long, there were very few occasions that we actually got to fight them, or that I got to fight them, in campaigns and such. So it was always when there was a chance to, it was always this big grandiose thing. So I don't know. It always meant a lot to fight a dragon, like, and so I don't know. I guess that's why they're my favorite. The DM is the most fearsome monster. Nice.
I will. Ben from the Bunker. It looks like Entertainment Earth is also sold out of Wave 7 of the MOTU WWE, but it would not surprise me if once they actually get their stock in, that either Entertainment Earth or BBTS will actually have some available. So I would keep checking, and you can wishlist or notify me when in stock on Entertainment Earth. So that may be worth a try anyway. I hope you can get them because it's a great wave.
Damn,
and I wish it was more common because I would have bought Andres for days.
Yeah, for sure.
Mitch polymorphed a dragon once. Shit.
Wow.
What up, Mr. Geeky? Jumped here for a sec, saw live, so wanted to say howdy. Also, holy heck, that diorama is sick. But got to finish final edits for part 5 of NECA Deep Dive. Hell yeah, dude. Go check out Speaky Geeky over on YouTube. Good friend of the channel and hella cool dude too.
Matt, what is your chosen D&D beastie?
I don't know that I have one because I don't know enough about D&D. So,
fair.
I lack the expertise to comment knowledgeably. So I guess I'll just say a Beholder because I'm a Big Trouble in Little China fan.
Baby. I would say, man, it's so hard because I have so many favorite monsters. But I would say the one that out of this edition, the current edition that has changed a game for me the most was an Oberlith, which was a fan creation. It is a giant ooze that makes sounds based on the echoes of people it ate. And it's sentient. Actually, David, your brother in D&O in my Domains of Dread streaming game, he died in the first episode because they ran into an Oberlith. And when it kills you, it doesn't eat you, it eats everything you are mentally. It just leaves the shell, and then it can manifest the ooze of itself can manifest a version of you.
Oh, I don't like that.
And it's still attached by long tendrils. So this massive slime can be hiding around a corridor, send a tendril out 100 feet and form you.
Oh, that's brutal.
And have a conversation, and then just like, oh no, look what I found behind this corner. And it's like, bum.
Mitch Falcon would like to throw in, they like bugbears.
Bugbears are cool. They're not enough respect for the bugbear.
Josh Bear, that is nasty.
I also got to, now that they've been kind of redefined for the, our modern times as dungeon Roombas, gelatinous cubes.
Oh, gosh. So in my current game, one of the shops on their street that they were living on in Sigil, City of Doors, was run by a sentient gelatinous cube.
Nice.
And in his spawn.
Ooh. Panther, you should give it a go. Also, I want to play a Swanmei. Swanmei? There we go. Mr. Mixie, I like the OG gelatinous cube. Jigglers! Sorry. I like Jello.
All right.
Also, you can't beat that rust monster either.
So yeah, still developing, still work to be done. But there you go, Shakes.
Ooh, hold on.
Nice work, Matt.
So yeah, I've got to paint the glasses and the face and finish up his legs, but this won't focus. But he's coming along.
I will also say, for those of you who do enjoy D&D, a friend of mine turned me on to a band called Loot the Body, and they do songs about D&D modules, and they did an entire album about the expedition to the Barrier Peaks, and it is literally the beginning of the first song are words right out of the module.
Oh, cool.
It is so good. It's very trippy. So if you like Pink Floyd, it is very much in the vein of Pink Floyd, which makes sense for that particular module if you know kind of the secret of it.
Oh, there! Damn, man.
Spoilers. Spoilers. They're on a spaceship.
Mitch is always on the ball.
Mitch is unbelievable. I don't know if everybody in the chat knows this or not, but they are quick.
Hell yeah.
Chat, I'm going to put this out there to you. Take a look at Des RE fans' query there, because I'm not familiar enough with Thundercats as a property to know what the best. If there's a good custom sort of omens for the Super 7 Thundercats.
What was it? Does anyone make a custom sort of omens? You might want to check. There were a couple makers on Etsy that were doing stuff for the Super 7s that I saw. I can't speak to any of them individually just because I don't collect that line. But
Plastic Curves has one.
Do they?
Yeah.
That doesn't surprise me. Yeah, that makes sense.
It's
that was actually of the pre-orders I canceled today. The next several waves of Thundercats Ultimates and the Silverhawks Ultimates got the chop. I'm sad about it, but
fair.
Can't do it right now.
Well, that's a lot. That's a lot of money to put up front, you know.
Well, it wasn't even up front. I had it all on BBTS, but it's like at some point this bill's coming due.
Yeah.
And I should need to be more responsible.
Fair.
Don't write a Thundercats check your ass can't cash.
Word.
Right. And while I like the property, I like the designs, I have no real attachment to it. I haven't seen the cartoon. So I just had to like.
There we go. There is the finished piece for now. So it is in there. I did the old-fashioned trick of pour enough hot glue in it to stick in it. What do you guys think about the Vitruvian Hacks customizer series by Boss Fight? It's awesome.
I'm a big Hacks fan. They are. I'm very behind on Hacks, where I will be once they actually get their latest waves in. But I love it.
Eric will actually be our guest next week from Boss Fight Studio, making his return as the first guest of 2022.
Will you get on him to make some Hacks stuff in 5.5, please?
Dude, I've been pushing for 5.5 and 6-inch because I'm like, come on, you're already doing.
They make such cool stuff. It's just none of it fits with what I do. So
that's because they're from my world.
Oh, Ninth Archer ordered the Army Green and Clear. Oh yeah.
No, I love their stuff. I also sadly had to, and I'll probably, if I have the opportunity to get them when they come back around or when they actually come out, I did have to cancel the BBTS exclusive hacks that were coming
no.
out.
No, Clay, that's what I just said, 6-inch. Also, Z2K, nothing else has come out about the X-Men animated figures.
No, not yet.
I'm guessing we will probably hear something about that at Toy Fair.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just because it sounds like that is kind of next steps for everybody. If you got a chance to check out the Foosh's interview with the Turtleneck Guru himself, him and Veebs go back and forth and talk about a lot of awesome stuff that's going to be debuting. Stormy, come on, up. You want to say hello? Yes, hello. Yes, hello. Hello.
And yes, the Eligor and Gomery figures, Ninth Archer, are excellent. They do very, very cool stuff. I've been a supporter of them since their first Kickstarter, and I will continue to do so as much as possible.
Emilio, I'm with you. A 6-inch Zora would be amazing from them. Their hack size one is fantastic.
I do need to grab that figure.
Okay.
Some Phantoms too.
Phantoms,
see if that actually works to keep Stormy out. I'm guessing he'll just run around. Yes, I watched like 30 minutes so far. Oh, nice.
Yes. Phantoms is indeed the bomb, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the bomb in Phantoms, yo. It just popped. Stormy, for real? I closed one door. And where'd she come? Hello.
When
Right around.
David closes one door, another door opens.
Hello, Stormy. I don't have anything for you. I'm sorry.
As Beard pointed out, I showed him my yard goyle that I got for my birthday.
Yeah.
And there was just one set of footprints of snow on the driveway.
Yeah.
And he said, when there was one set of footprints, that's where King Ginger carried you. Also, he did it to hide your numbers.
Scooch. You gonna lay down? You gonna lay down in here? You just can't make up your mind, can you? I'm gonna go grab the blanket real quick and put that down. Maybe she'll.
Stormy's showing how you just living in it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I mean, what BFS did with in 6-inch with their Legends Lucha Libre, I'm very pleased with. So I know they could do some awesome stuff there. But I would be curious to see what the appetite would be, among people. There's a lot of people who talk a good game, like, oh, I totally want this, and then it's like, well, okay, it'll be $30, please, and they're like, oh, well, then no. But that's just me coming from the G.I. Joe collecting community, where there's some cheap skates.
Yeah. Well, I wonder, what about crowdfunding with that? Because that's where I found that's where a lot of companies go to, like especially like board gaming and miniatures and things like that. Because when they do get that kind of groundswell of, oh, we really want this, but we're not going to pay for it at retail. When those crowdsourcing comes in, it makes such a massive difference. Things get, 25th anniversary of Hero Quest got done because of that. It got done well enough. It's going to retail.
Yeah.
I think for Boss Fight, they got going with their initial Kickstarter, but I don't think they want to do it again. Well, I guess they did it with the horses too, but for them it would have, and so maybe they would do it, if they wanted to get deeper into a 6-inch format. But I think they also realize that there's just a lot of competition in that scale.
I'm with you, Tim. That Boss Fight Studio Zorro is amazing.
So I don't know that it's something they're necessarily interested in.
I'll just throw this out there. Stormy has settled.
Oh, Stormy girl. Yeah, I don't know that Boss Fight is interested in doing Kickstarters unless they really have to for the tooling reasons.
When Saber says Hypno speaks the truth, I'll wait for it to hit Ross.
No, very well. I think that I'm thinking that mentality is gone, since it's like there's no 4-inch stuff for you anymore. But
it's just not there anymore.
Not at retail. Not in any real way. I mean, you get the Jazz Rose Fortnite stuff, which is nice. And then I think the League of Legends stuff is technically in that scale in some ways, but it doesn't look that great to me. So
yeah, it's kind of funky that way. Let's see. Oh yeah, Dave forgot to mention, I noticed some VFX person and he's Spider-Man end credit name Diamond Wheeler. That's amazing. I'm for it.
It is not Dave though.
No, it's not me. If it was me, I would be shouting it from the rooftops. Well, with some precise sanding, you can take a 7-inch figure to a 6-inch figure. Yes, if you're very careful.
We'll also say that the Matt Lynn listed in the credits of Space Ghost Coast to Coast is not me.
Oh, well.
You've been lying to me this whole time? Our friendship is built on a lie?
I was watching it once, and, I wasn't high, because I that's not what I do. No judgments, but it felt like I was. Like, because I was like, wait, what? Because I didn't catch it at first, but must just be some other me.
It's the alternate universe.
Yeah.
Earth
or am I him?
Where y'all giving me some money to go see a Star Wars? Says James Wheeler. Beard, why don't you just hop on, dude? Just putting that out there. I know you already streamed for a few hours this fine evening, but if you want to come in, I did provide you a fantastic opportunity for something to work on. Just saying.
Oh, he's not
Oh,
ready
that
for
was a great gift, man.
I was very stoked. Ollie and I found that for him. We got to have that Tuesday tea talk, says Super Spike.
Yeah, where'd you track down that kit?
Hub Hobby.
Oh, nice.
They had a couple random ones of the vintage stuff, and I think they got to be re-releases.
Oh yeah.
But they're beautiful. Like the package design and everything on them is.
Well, I love those. I had a couple of those that I got at like Ben Franklin or Woolworths or something.
Yeah,
back in the day that I don't think I ever finished. I know I had a TIE Interceptor, and I think it was leftover, stock from '83. But
I mean, the funny thing is, it's Hub Hobby, so you never know.
You don't.
Like,
yeah, I love those. I also like when people point out they're like, oh yeah, you can totally tell that this X-wing in this scene here is the Revell kit because it looks like this. Has that like this weird, it's a different one. So they're actually using them in the movies after the first film.
Yeah, which I think is pretty awesome.
I mean,
they're good when.
Well, if you're being, you gotta budget a deadline. Go down to the frickin' five and dime and have your work done for you.
I was gonna say, and pick up the model kits of the ones that you made. James Wheeler, T-Source in the house. Josh Bear, new nickname for Beard, T-Boss. And yes, Ben, he did say Woolworths.
Beard, you should just come on because all your little tea bags are going to be upset. You got to give the people what they want. Give them what they need.
Give them a good old-fashioned tea bag.
Oh dear.
Hey, when the people scream out for a tea bag, and you
give it to them.
You give it to them.
Damn it.
X gonna give it to him. You can get it on your own, but X gonna deliver it to him.
Beard gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. Beard gonna give it to you. A nice Earl Grey. Oh shit. Okay, I might make Beard some entrance music. I'll mix in some sweet Picard notes. What? Yeah.
That is there's a YouTube account, and I think he originated it, and then a lot of people just went in and ripped it off and did it worse. But the musicless music videos. But he also does
yes
the alternate version of it where he'll take he'll modify the audio in an existing scene, and he did the scene from Next Generation with Picard and what's her name? I think that is that archaeologist.
Oh,
and they like go into the Jeffries tubes and are playing music or whatever.
Yeah,
and he redubs it so like Picard's just using like she's just like the standard Casio beat. And he's playing the flute super bad. It's hilarious. I gotta find the link because I just ruined it.
Amazing.
There are two DMX things that I will always play. I will play the Rick and Morty. X gonna give it to you when they beat the shit out of all those people. They do the roids and get all at the end of the episode and get all steroided up.
Yeah.
And I will play. There is a live Mim Bim Bam, early Mim Bim Bam, and Griffin remixed that song. So every time he says X, it says the McElroy brothers, like cut out of their entrance. And it happens like 100 times in like a 1 minute fucking thing. It's so funny.
Apparently, Beard is in bed. He says, "Yo, had a nice cup before, chilled out reading the new Black Hammer series trades I got for Christmas. Recommendations I got for Dave's wife and my mom. Minnesota and nice tea." Says Beard. Oh, Crimson Geek. I'm a chai tea man myself. Nothing wrong with that.
No,
James Wheeler says it's the perfect fishing buddy. Sweet and silent. Ingredients: black tea, green tea, natural flavors, lemongrass, rose petals, corn flour, and jasmine blossoms. Oh, Josh liking that Russian tea. This got off the fucking rails quick.
You love it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm not complaining. I was just like, wow, just going down that tea tube, I guess. Oh, that sounds weird. Mitch came up with a tagline for Beard: find Beard, a tea drinking, building, drawing son of a gun. Okay.
I mean, I could make a shirt for him that says that. Yeah.
Have you ever heard the bad lip reading songs "Hostiles on the Hill"? I'm probably.
Probably.
Green tea all the way. Y'all just got teabagged. That's so weird sounding. Whoa, we just gained like 12 viewers though when that was said. All right, there we go. That was Tea Time with Beard.
Welcome everybody to
a
show about customizing, but also apparently tea.
Whenever Brother Beard shows up, there will be tea. Oh yes. Stash
There
pomegranate
will
raspberry
be
green tea. That
tea.
sounds delicious. Good old biscuit and tea bag.
He
I love
sees
tea way more than coffee. I'm with
he
you.
sees your tea and he drinks it up.
Oh man. Oof. Just, I don't know what to say.
Texas tea.
Texas. You're drinking oil? It's the show within a show. It's a segment. We go Bilbo Teabaggins. Nice. Oh man, bag end indeed. 12 more viewers, proof that everyone loves a good teabagging. So, what do you think about that TV screen you lick to taste the menu, Josh? I think you need to stop taking so many drugs, apparently, because
that sounds like a real bad idea.
Yeah, don't.
Before our present times, but.
Yeah.
Especially considering our current situation.
Snozberries taste like snozberries, man.
Why
did you say that? Like you and Beard's later. Christmas gifts this past couple weeks. Dude, it's all good, Smunkin. Thank you all the same. No worries.
Why? I'm very confused by your decision to play Willy Wonka as Christian Slater there, Dave.
What? Oh, the snozberries taste like
snozberries? The snozberries taste like snozberries, man.
Hey, man, sometimes you...
And Dave is dead.
You know what happened? He talked shit on the tea. They came for him.
Christian Slater showed up behind him.
You can talk a lot of shit on Tiny Ming. You can say a lot of things. But everybody knows. Talk shit on the tea, they come for you.
Yeah, Beans, it's all right. You can talk shit about Beans all you
want. Well, I think that's debatable, but... No one has that underground following like the Beard.
He does. He's with it. He's the Banksy of streaming. Something. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. Just making freaking mouth noises here. We don't know what happened to Dave. He was saying earlier that they were having some issues, I think, with power.
Yeah, I don't know.
We did get a bunch of weather over the last few days, and it is icy, so it is possible that something happened there. Hopefully, he will return, because otherwise, I don't know what's going to happen here. I'll just.
Okay, I'm back, and for some odd reason, my camera decided to shit the bed.
Oh, that sucks.
Bear with me. Well, my computer restarted, so hold on. Oop.
You're just ignoring, delaying, clicking remind me later on your Windows update, or what?
I guess. I don't know. My camera is acting super weird. What is going on here? Whoa, there we go. All right, we're back. Welcome, my lovely team. Robot Downey Jr. Hail Beard. It's the Beard Show now. No, Dave finally met his ultimate trap car. Oh, damn it, forgiven. Dave's making a tea run. He will return shortly. More melon and freshly tea-packed. Beard is not your leader. Damn it. Wow, Dave looks whiter than usual. Yeah, it happens, Mitch.
The mob has spoken.
Yes. Dave back, now in color. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Also, the hub for the camera switch. So now I have these great filters. So I can add cartoon, which is apparently blue.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't look cartoon at all.
Zombie.
Nope.
Wait. Sickness. Oh, that's nice.
Wow.
I look like fell out of a Sex Pistols video. Yeah, I don't know what's going
Yeah,
on.
thickness just makes it look like you're in, half of every '90s music video ever.
I guess all the Smashing Pumpkins. You need that when you call into work. I don't have to call into work. I work here. Joys of it all.
He would be calling in to himself, usually.
Yes. I'd be like, "Hey, me, I'm not feeling good." And I'd be like, "Suck it up, buttercup. Get to work." And I'm a hard ass when it comes to being a boss for myself. You look flushed with that one. Speaking of color, have you seen Fast Color on Netflix? Just watched it. No, I have not.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
I'm curious now, though.
What was it called?
Fast
Oh,
Color. What are you painting right now, Ben? I have a question from the chat about that.
I am doing my Horde Skeletor Alcala head.
Nice. I'm working on this Johnny Appleseed.
Very cool.
Pretty plain, but it works.
Hey, gentlemen. Hi, Peter North here. Old about Why did I enjoy your stream tonight, guys? Thanks, Peter North. Hi, good-looking honky. How's it going? T-Day is a great day. Beard Corgan. Emilio Lopez, telling you to finish those 60 pages of color work. Shh, 60 pages. It's 80.
Yeah, you're not selling us on.
I know. No, right now I am inking a book, lettering a book, and coloring a book, and none of them are the same book. So,
wow.
So yeah, thankfully the deadlines are running fast and loose. So we'll see how that goes.
Because once it tighten up, so your bowels will be running. I lost it there.
I was like, where were you going with that, Ben?
I had it, and then it ran the fuck away.
Mitch, hopefully February I can announce what's going on, so it'll be good. Found Alone on Hulu and Netflix. Dropped 10 people off Alone in the Wild. The last one left wins. Oh fuck. Ninth Archer. Woo. But yes, one will be a Kickstarter book. One is a graphic novel for a major publisher, and the other is an indie book. So it'll be fun. And one of them has to do with professional wrestling in space. Ben, I do my own flats, and I also do flats for several other folks, depending on if they need help with them. So, yeah, never a dull moment. Crap. I have like two. Oh, what? We got to run in.
Yo, what's up, all my tea baggers? Tea time Tuesday with the beard is in the house.
Well, that was nice.
What's up, everybody?
I do. I've been wrist deep.
I absolutely do my own stunts.
Super's like, woo!
Sometimes when he's had a lot to drink, he does other people's stunts.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Yeah, the old model that we've been talking about.
Oh yeah, hold on.
That is nice.
Tea Time Tuesday will return when I put this bad boy together and maybe start a little painting.
Beard.
I had to get in position and go get the model. I can't not give a shout out and hop on.
Running with the final 15. Yeah, the B-Wing. It's his favorite ship.
The B-Wing is solid.
Blade Wing all the way.
Must have been that beautiful teeth.
It almost feels like it kind of came out of a different movie.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Mitch Falcon. So the B-Wing bugs me. They look nothing like a bee.
That's right.
They
don't look like
you take off the giant wing at the bottom.
You don't. That's because it's short for blade, baby.
No.
Yes. I know. You know. We all know.
Did they make that the reason?
That's always been the reason.
What?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Man, you need a new co-host, baby. Woo!
This stream has the best looking Wheeler brother.
Oh, God,
look at that pot.
Finally,
I gotta bring that to work and bead blast it. But
oh yeah, that's real nice.
It's funny because I'm sitting here going, Johnny Appleseed or dude that lives on Hollywood Boulevard? Because I'm pretty sure I've seen that dude when I used to work.
it just depends on which which year it is.
Yeah, pretty much.
Your
He doesn't
dad's
know which one it
alcoholic
is
buddy as Agent for Harm.
Okay. What are you drinking tonight, Beard?
This is just a little green tea, just winding down a little bit, hanging out. Didn't feel like any more caffeine. Caffeine doesn't really bother me. I can drink kind of any tea and wind down because I'm the tea master. That's why we got the show within the show. Ben, I know you love that shit. You love shows within shows.
I do love like Munch Squad.
Shows.
I want to munch.
Squad!
Munch!
I want to munch.
Squad!
Welcome to Munch Squad, show within the show. Within the show. We have the Munch Squad show within the Tea Time Tuesday show, within the Tiny Meng Tuesday show. All thanks to Beard and your King Ginger.
Josh Bear asks, Matt, is that a Thorin Oakenfield figure?
I believe that is the head. Yes.
Nice.
The body is Pirates of the Caribbean torso. It's some Jango Fett arms. I think some Darth Maul upper legs and Indiana Jones lower legs and Hack's feet.
Nice.
Which is way overcomplicated, but that's where I landed for this Johnny Appleseed.
Oh, yeah.
And we all know, Winter Saber, that whether he wore a pot on his head or not, Jesus did not wear a shirt because he had to show off those
guns.
Them sick abs.
Heck yeah. You don't think the Son of God shows up with mediocre abs.
You don't spend that much time doing crunches, not to show those babies off. He's out there doing the Tony Nese. You know, he's counting them.
Those are the 10 commandments. You know what I'm talking about? Boom.
Super Spike, I have a great appreciation, as does my brother, for sweet tea, because we both lived in the South for 5-6 years. So
yeah.
There's no shame in a sweet tea game. Good sweet tea is hard to come by.
I can't. I've done it.
Sweet tea and Nashville hot chicken.
It's a good combo.
That's it. That's it, baby.
I do.
If he had abs,
Brand, you have abs. Just can't see them. It's fine. That's where I'm at. I got abs in here somewhere.
Yeah,
it's fine. But what was I going to say? Oh, yes. The one sweet tea story I have is the guy who I met at a G.I. Joe convention who was drinking a sweet tea and smoking a cigarette and then fell asleep on his couch.
Oh, Jesus.
And then woke up and said, "Hey, sweet tea," and drank it and forgot that he had put a cigarette out in his sweet tea before he fell asleep.
Oh, no.
That's gnarly.
And I'm like, that sounds awful, but also hilarious because it didn't happen.
Barbecue.
A BBQ place that brine their chicken in sweet tea. I don't
know if I can get with that.
I mean, I guess
I would try it.
I wouldn't try it, but I'm not making the connection.
I mean, you brine stuff in Dr. Pepper, right?
I do have a recipe for pot roast that involves onion soup and a can of Coke that I want to try. But
yeah.
I would think that the tea, like the kind of, it would be the same thing if you used coffee, kind of that overwhelming flavor. I would assume would be too much.
Yeah, but I feel like sweet tea is just so. It's mostly sugar.
Yeah,
so little tea at that point. But
true.
Winter Saber, a good oolong. Oh yes.
I gotta find somewhere to get yerba mate.
Oh, I will. I can. I got a guy. We'll get you some.
Tea Source does, yes. I'm just, I've been in the I'll just go to the freaking, the store.
It's one ab, Brandon.
They don't
it's
have
a keg. Screw the 6-pack. Go for the keg.
I would say, yes, you could do it at Tea Source, and T-Source is the unofficial sponsor of Tea Time Tuesday. So big shout out to T-Source. If you go there, ask for Sarah. Play that commercial, Dave.
Do you feel like a champion? Do you worry that you don't look like a champion? Try Enhancement Talent Clothing and Gear. At our state-of-the-art facility, you'll find wall art. Not one, not two, but a spectacular 3 cats. This thing. Top-of-the-line sewing equipment that Enhancement Talent has used to make Enhancement Talent Clothing and Gear. Let us take you to the top of the card.
Close enough!
Perfect.
Man, Dave just hit the panic button. It's like a panic button. Oh, wow. Thanks, Mitch. Nailed it.
With the T-Source links. Always.
Yeah. I'd also say there's a place in Midtown Global Market that a friend usually gets theirs.
That is closer to us. Not necessarily more convenient than T-Source, but
yeah. Quite good. I can't remember what it's called though. I know someone who used to buy it from Holy Land, but I don't think that they have a spot. I don't know if they still have their spot there.
That haven't been in Midtown Global Market in quite a while.
Yeah, Produce Exchange there also sells yerba mate.
Mitch with the T.
Yeah, I should look next time because we go to the co-op, so I should see what they've got.
Oh, bougie! I watched a friend who had never been north of Virginia before order a sweet tea in a New Jersey diner. He was baffled when he was served a hot cup of water with tea bags and sugar packs. Damn, Mitch!
Yes, and around here you can't just ask for a Coke.
True.
Because you'll get a Coke
You
or a
will.
Pepsi.
Yeah.
Very true.
Yeah.
What is this? There we go. An out-of-the-world tea is my favorite. Is the chocolate rocket? I don't believe that.
Wow. That sounds...
When are we getting that action figure?
Chocolate rocket?
Yeah, like with the, all the, Big Wheel and everybody you guys were talking about earlier. I watch the product, okay? Unlike you guys, I watch the other products on the channel, okay? I know what's going on all the shows.
Slinger, apparently. Isn't
Yeah.
I was gonna say the chocolate rocket sounds like a rejected.
Oh, I'm sure somebody had to have made a comic character named the Chocolate Rocket in the 70s.
That just sounds like something Dwayne McDuffie would have come up with to troll his bosses at Marvel.
I would have bought that comic book if he did that.
Oh, I gotta find his proposal for the all African American skateboarding super team.
Chocolate Rocket and Peter North need to make a movie.
Because he realized at some point in the late 80s or early 90s that all of the regularly appearing African American characters at Marvel rode skateboards. So he's like, let's have a team. He pitched that.
Good night, everybody.
I think they were like, oh.
Skeletor appeared. Z2K, what are your guys' thoughts on the 20th anniversary of Marvel Legends? I think they look awesome.
Yeah, a little pricey for what we're getting, in my opinion, especially considering they're using so much existing tooling. You wouldn't think they would need to go quite that expensive for them. But
yeah.
I'm excited for them. I'm going to buy all of them.
That Night Thrasher figure is dope. But we are down to the final 5 minutes of the show. So real quick, we're going to go around the horn, starting with your King Ginger. Just let the folks know what's coming up, what you got going on, and where we can find you.
Beard, where can they find us?
Oh, they can find us on Twitter at Heel Turn Radio, also on Instagram. I'm not on Facebook, so I haven't been doing anything with Heel Turn Facebook, but maybe other people post on that. I don't really know. And you can find your King Ginger posting all of his sweet pics
Nice.
on Instagram on his personal account. If he wants to share that. Otherwise,
Yeah,
just
it's just I don't even know what my Instagram is. That's really sad, isn't it? I paid so little attention.
I think it's just RSIB Mayor.
Yeah, probably.
It's right there.
That sounds right.
I dropped it up. What head is that, King?
It's an Alcala head.
Okay. Well, yeah. I was
Amazing.
going to ask just the third-party one.
Yeah, Mass Customs. Same thing with this Oni Skeletor.
Oh shit!
Very cool.
That's awesome.
For my Oni Skeletor mod, this is going to go right up here.
Very
Oh,
And I've got one
very
for
pretty.
I've got one for He-Man as well. That's like he's got a little samurai ponytail and he's got a bunch of cool. Actually, this particular Skeletor, God, I feel like I'm just dragging the show out. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Go ahead and go on to somebody else. I'll see if I can find this.
Okay.
thing.
Beard.
oh, yo, you can find me here every Tuesday that I deem my teabaggers worthy, which is every Tuesday, baby.
Thanks for that. All right. There's King.
Time Tuesday. I'll be coming on, making this bad B-Wing and doing a little painting here sometime in the next month or so. Return of the Jedi, B-Wing. Yeah, from NBC and snap it.
That's where you can find him.
You can follow me everywhere and come back here. Get ready to teabag Tiny Meng Tuesday every Tuesday with the beard. Your host of the show within the show. Pow, 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 pow.
Yeah,
And
dude
Matt. Hold up. Whoa.
Dude also made a
Oh shit.
kami style staff out of Skeletor.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
And the power sword looks like a katana that's been cut in half.
Nice. Oh shit. Find Beard, a tea drinking building drawing son of a gun.
Son of a gun.
There we go. Matt.
Hypno Hustlers _ customs on Instagram. That's the best place to see my work. Hypno Hustling on Twitter. And then that's where to find me. And then here every Tuesday, and then sometimes other times on various Dave related programs.
Very true. They happen quite frequently these
Down
days.
Outlands every other Monday.
There you go. That's what I was.
That's on twitch.tv/KnownWorldUnited. Also, if you want to make a donation, it's open till the end of the year. You can go to bit.ly/KnownWorldUnited 2021, raising funds to support Children's Miracle Network hospitals. Dave's raising money. I'm raising money. King's raising money. And Matt is raising money. We're just money raising foods. Also, send tea for the show within the show to Dave at his P.O. box. You can't send food, but you can send tea, baby.
How far are we away from the next big number?
We've probably passed $50,000 over the 7 years. That was the one we were actually trying to get to.
This year we were pretty close to a nice round number, and Dave and I both.
This year we are at
promise to do stupid things with our facial hair if we hit it.
Yes, this year we are at 16,641.
We are $23 short of reaching $50,000 raised over the 7 years we've been doing it. So if anybody or everybody wants to donate $23 before the end of this,
I can't remember. I can't remember what Dave agreed to do.
Matt will shave David's head, and Dave will shave Matt's beard. King will shave his head, and I will shave this part right here.
No, you should you should do the Lemmy beard.
I did agree. I did agree to do the racial ghoul.
So there's
at least briefly.
That's nice.
So
if we hit that, so.
Yeah, $200 for a zinger, $30 for someone to eat a snack cake.
There we go.
I will hunt down like Taken. I have a very particular set of skills. I will find Little Debbie Christmas cakes, and I will distribute them to the boys. And during the next Tea Time Tuesday show within a show, we will have a sip of tea and we will eat our trees. It'll be Tree Time Tuesday, the show within the show within the show.
I can't have those.
Good Lord.
You can look at them.
Yes.
But yes, there is still time to Dave Nate, as Mitch calls it, at extra-life.org. Search for Known World United or Dave Wheeler or James Wheeler or Ben Mayer or Matt Lind. We're all on there. Dave said he was going to trim his beard like Tony Stark. Okay.
Oh,
We can do that. King gets a pass.
Oh, be careful, kayfabe, brother. Don't tell our people our real names.
yeah.
Wait, it's in your Instagram.
I know.
Where did you get the big ants? Oh, big ass acrylic risers. I can't find it with basic Google search. How?
Amazon.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I had them on my list, and my awesome mother-in-law got them for me.
Oh, nice.
Hot tea and the Zingers.
Sounds like the most boring band ever. But on that lovely note, thank you.
Guess who's
everybody.
never going to be invited back on Tea Time Tuesday? That's right. I'm going to make Dave disappear.
It's so easy to make him disappear. Okay.
He's going to disappear
Say
again.
Everybody gets to
Goodbye,
say
Dave. Goodbye.
Good night, everybody.
Cheers.
Bye, keep it on.